Oh boy, check out my yellow crazy ant colony. The number of workers have reduced dramatically. There's not much activity anymore in the outworld. So many dead ants. What happened here? Wait, is that mice? Oh no! This is the worst nightmare of an ant keeper. Could it be that this colony of yellow crazy ants is infested by blood-sucking mites? Is this the end of the yellow crazy ant colony? Well, with close inspection, I checked out all the worker ants and they seems to be clean. And it seems like only those dead ants have mites on them. It seems like these mites are actually good mites, where they are actually decomposers. They are basically cleanup crews, just like springtails and isopods, feeding on decaying matters. Just look at all those ants. They are clean and there's no mites latching on them. What a relief! But looking at the outworld with so little activity and so little ants in the nest, I've decided to make a little move. Since there's a lot of mites in them, I suppose it's not good to leave them with the mites together. Don't you think so? And so, I've decided to move them into this little white-tongue formicarium. This white-tongue formicarium had been very faithful to me because I have nested so many ant colonies. The black pearl, if you remember, that's the first. And I've also nested the Iridomyrmex bignadi, which I have just rehoused them into the plaster formicarium. I made a simple outward design and then I quickly move the ants, remove the tube from the nest and attach it to this white-tongue formicarium. And then I transfer those remaining workers in the outworld into the new outworld. Now how I usually transfer my ants is by putting them under the sun. Many people struggle in transferring their ants from one formicarium to another because transferring ants can be a pain. But to me, I just leave them under the sun for about 5 to 10 minutes and done. That's it. It's time to feed them. Head count. I always count the queens like this, just to make sure that all 5 queens are still alive. If you remember that one of the queens actually died for unknown reason. On the other hand, these are the final 2 Diachama rugosum worker of my colony. after keeping them for almost 2 years, it is finally time for me to say goodbye to the Nimrodians. Ever since the first day I collected them from outside of my house, every day I watch them, I look at them, studying their behavior, admiring them, how they hunt, adoring them of their size. One of the biggest ants that I have ever seen. Learning new knowledge. An ant colony that I am proud of. Showing off to my friends who knows nothing about ant keeping. Losing them saddens me. But I really appreciate to all those who actually approach me saying that they want to send me some Diacama rugosum drones, but I rejected them. The reason is because the video that I uploaded is actually outdated. By the time you guys saw the feeding video, they are already left with 2 workers. Cleaning up their formicarium marks the end of the days of the Nimrodian. But I ain't gonna leave you with sad endings. I have redecorated this tub with a shallow layer of soil, of course with some decoratives, and most importantly, there is another colony of yellow crazy ant in here. It is a 1 queen yellow crazy ant colony from my little brother that he did not want to keep anymore, and so I've adopted this colony from him, hoping that I'm able to merge my colony with his colony together, forming a 6 queen super colony. If you don't know, yellow crazy ants are actually very polygynous, which means they can have more than 1 queen ant in a colony, and they can merge together with another colony to form super colony. With a 3D printed test tube connector and a vinyl tube connector at the end, I am able to connect the test tube to it and connect it to the tubing ports of the white tong formicarium. Once again, leaving them under the sun, I force them out and move into the test tube easily. And now it's time to introduce them to their new neighbor. I'm not sure whether will it succeed, but I just want to try, like putting them together in one setup, just hoping that they will merge. I use leaf litters to cover them instead of paper or any other things to cover it, so that I can have a naturalistic setup for them. Now another reason why I do this setup for them is so that I can add in springtails and isopods as well, since this colony is very nasty and always put their dead in their nest, and so the springtails can clear off the dead bodies and also do trash for them, so reducing the probability of having mites in the colony. Now the way I hydrate the nest is by pouring water at this corner, wetting the soil under the test tube. But within a week, I am surprised. I checked the queens. All 5 queens are still alive. But what is wrong with them? If you have a sharp eye, you might have noticed already. What I fed them molded. And there's a mold outbreak in this setup. Not just that, I saw worker ants fighting each other. I quickly clean up all those molded termites, and I'll just let the soil dry up and let the mold die off slowly. As for the test tubes of the colony, I leave it only 2 test tubes and put them side by side, hoping that they will become one eventually. But am I wrong in doing this? Because I saw workers continue to fight each other. What is going to happen to these 2 colonies of yellow crazy ants? Are they going to fight until the very end, or will they merge?